The last 5 years clearly showed that there was no love lost in the working relationship between Kampala Capital City Authority ED Jennifer Musisi and Kampala Lord Mayor Erias Lukwago, and this disrupted work between the technical and political wings at City Hall. This culminated into Lukwago being locked out of his office after he was impeached for incompetence and abuse of office, further resulting several court cases as he tried to restore his status. After resounding victory in the February election, Lukwago and his elected councillors were sworn in this week. The executive director Jennifer Musisi was at the ceremony and pledged to work with the political wing for the good of the city. So, why the change of heart?
But of course there have been a lot of behind the scenes, of course, the president, government and other players have played their role, but I'm just underpinning the role played by ACODE and NGO Forum and subsequently, of course, some strategic meetings.
Sources intimate that the move to put the frosty relationship to rest involved President Museveni and a number of non-government organizations. The executive director of Advocates Coalition for Development and Environment, Dr. Bainomugisa, says there were challenges that first had to be overcome.
By its very nature, created a situation where even if it was not the Lord Mayor Lukwago or Jennifer, any other persons would still conflict. So the conflict was structural, was coming from the law, and I'm glad that the government is looking at it with a view of streamlining it and allowing the technical arm and the political arm of Kampala to operate smoothly, because they have different mandates but complementing mandates that will transform Kampala.
Bainomugisa says the complex relationship in KCCA could also be blamed on some political figures.
So it should not shock us when we see people conflicting in the process of democratization going to democracy. As I said, democracy is the end state.
The two leaders have since attended public events together and watched football match at National Stadium. The meetings to set things straight at City Hall continue, but Bainomugisa is optimistic that the efforts from all parties are paying off.
It wouldn't be good for them to be bogged down by the failures, by the challenges of the past, but they provide a learning point, because the focus should be now the present and the future, but the past should provide a learning that actually if they avoid those things that trapped them into a conflict.
Sources tell NTV that this could be the reason that Lukwago kept his speech civil and stayed away from any verbal attacks on personalities.
I want to urge even their supporters, you know, in any conflict there will always be some other people, headliners and that kind of thing. I think time has come for us to focus on development and not focus on conflict, because we've been in conflict for a long time and has produced negative development.
Maurice Ochol, NTV.